are two lights on the river, child. Two lights on the river. They are trying to find each other in the watches of the night. In the dark as deep as evil, a dark as deep as evil, I can hear their voices calling out with longing for the light, singing glory, hallelujah. Oh, the dawn is fair of face, and I'll lay my broken trophies and my sins upon your grace. There are two lights on the river, child. Two lights on the river. They are trying to find each other in the watches of the night. Yeah, when the angels come together up, the angels come together up, the harlots and the thieves who cry for mercy at your door. Oh, let my soul be known among, let my soul be known among the company of sinners in the bosom of the Lord, singing glory, hallelujah. Oh, the dawn is fair of face, and I lay my broken trophies and my sins upon your grace. There are two lights on the river, child. Two lights on the river. They are trying to find each other in the watches of the night, singing glory, hallelujah. Oh, the dawn is fair of face, and I lay my broken trophies and my sins upon your grace. There are two lights on the river, child. Two lights on the river. They are trying to find each other in the watches of the night. They are trying to find each other in the watches of the night. Oh, North Town, I see you walking. Everyone is faceless in the night. The cold streets in your estimation, it seems they're always spoiling for a fight. But the radio is playing Robert's crying on guitar. Blue notes strung like a rosary, the heart's a crooked alley, and on the evening news I hear my hometown singing, save me dear before I go. Streetlights driving down under the ridgeline, I could just about belong here below. Blue house on the corner, Rosie used to cook for Willie and the band. The old tree in her backyard was there before they wrote the law into the land. Oh, North Town, bottle tree summers, you somehow got to keep the hates away. Your blood is older than your feelings, comes with history your hands cannot escape. But the radio is playing deep inside the county line, a banjo tune like a homily, the heart's a crooked alley, and on the evening news I hear my hometown singing, save me dear before I go. Streetlights driving down under the ridgeline, I could just about belong here below. Oh, oh, oh. chapel hymn, ringing out midnight prayers again. One day I will step onto the train and step out of the rain. On the evening news I hear my hometown singing, save me dear before I go. Streetlights driving down under the ridge line, I could just about belong here. I could just about belong here. I could just about belong here below. Well, hello. Thank you very much. My name's Adam Whipple. And that's the wrong key for that song. Let's play a little song about the dangers of emotionalism and religion whenever they collide. That's a real great starter. That means it's going to be a happy song, doesn't it? We both felt the tense of meeting, shout and shake, and we stepped out in the dark to catch our breath. It was a sound like a tongue of fire, and then the evangelism of your gingham dress. And you said, come to me, my darling, can you see the stars tonight? Oh, I know I heard the voice the same as you. It rattles in my mind, and I think I have been revived. Let us bind our hearts like hounds upon the truth. Out on the bends of the old Candigan Trail, while that baby grew, I hearkened for the Lord. With the handle of my axe, my weary hands kept me in the wilderness to hear the word. You said, come to me, my darling, he will ever turn us right. I don't believe he'll always shake the walls for you. And we made up our minds, we would intertwine our lives. Don't you spurn my love to chase the shape of truth. Then the night I slept out on the mountainside, as if every stone had prophecies to say. And there you languished behind the cabin door, with only grief and kerosene to light your way. You said, come to me, my darling, it is cold as hell tonight. I am longing for the voice the same as you. Idols in my mind, and I ain't been revived. You can never hold a ransom to the truth. Oh, oh, oh. If he takes you from me, I will curse his name. Oh, may the child sleeping in the other room never hear my tongue of fire go up in flames. Thank you so much. It's good to see you guys here tonight. This is a song that started out being about New York and went on to be about something else. Liberty's back against the wind, facing out to sea, no one's coming home. I found a dirt road in Manhattan, hidden underneath her copper crown. Maybe her green eyes once were colored brown, and she don't even know what happened. If I could eat an apple from this tree, I don't believe I'd pick the big one now. I used to dream of conquering this town. There's a dirt road in my heart, I will follow it till dark to somewhere. Maybe she will step off from this aisle, walk upon the sea and find out where it goes. Will there be a hand if she starts sinking? If I could eat an apple from this tree, I don't believe I'd pick the big one now. I used to dream of conquering this town. There's a dirt road in my heart, I will follow it till dark to somewhere. Will the city ever change your mind? Does it wear on you from time to time? Square your shoulders against the wind, 'cause you were born to leave your island with the light. If I could eat an apple from this tree, I don't believe I'd pick the big one now. I used to dream of conquering this town. There's a dirt road in my heart, I will follow it till dark. If I could eat an apple from this tree, I don't believe I'd pick the big one now. I used to dream of conquering this town. There's a dirt road in my heart, I will follow it till dark. If I could eat an apple from this tree, I don't believe I'd pick the big one now. Used to dream of conquering this town. It's a dirt road in my heart, I'll follow it till dark to somewhere. I found a dirt road in Manhattan. Thank you. Some songs sound better when you act like you've smoked a pack of Marlboro before you sing them. Sometimes that helps. As long as you're singing a Tom Waits song. I've walked like a tourist on the streets of my hometown. Gathered up my gilded memories, I don't propose to stick around. 'Cause off in the distance, adventure is a high flag staff. Looks just like life, but you can buy it if you've got the cash. I can see you sleeping from my seat before the TV screen. You're the road not taken when I loose the chains I swore I would leave. So drink water from your well, oh boy, though it's work to draw it out. And nothing cultivates a love like the hands that bear the calluses and doubt. Give me grace, my love, for the broken seasons. Give me grace, my love, for the earth and feet upon the Eidolon of everything I think I know. Love pours its blood into the soil and waters it with grief. And that's a bigger mountain than my faith can throw into the sea. So here we are, both of us bound up with promises and gold. Oh Lord, help us not to sell our souls to the road. So give me grace, my love, for the broken seasons. Give me grace, my love, for the earth and feet upon the Eidolon of everything I think I know. Yeah, give me grace, my love, for the broken seasons. Give me grace, my love, for the earth and feet upon the Eidolon of everything I think I know. I've walked like a tourist on the streets of my hometown. Thank you. I got a new record in the back, the latest record. It's called The Broken Seasons. I want to do several of these songs are from that. I want to do another one from that for you, but give you a little bit of background. Anybody been to New Orleans? Yes, yes. Still applause for New Orleans. I went with my wife. She was doing, is that the right key for that? I don't remember. We're going to use it anyway. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I went with her, and she was doing conferences, and she had to go to meetings. And I was her date, which meant that while she was at meetings, I got to just walk around and eat things and look at stuff. And I can't think of anything more American than to just eat things and look at stuff. So I did this with great joy. And I picked up one of those community newspapers, the free ones, and I was flipping through it. And they had a story about the interstate system in New Orleans. If you're not familiar with it, the interstate system was put in during the Eisenhower administration, or at least begun during that. And that was also around the time when Jim Crow laws were a big thing. And people sat in rooms in cities and decided where is this big river of concrete going to go in their town. And in New Orleans, this article said, well, a bunch of people sat in a room, and all of them except one were just white men who were pillars of their community, and there was one black guy who was a pillar of his community. But he was just by himself, and his say didn't matter very much. And if you've been to New Orleans, as you did, you raised your hands, and you've been there, you've seen that the interstate, it's raised up because everything's below sea level, and it goes through historically black communities, historically poor communities, and just cuts them in half. And there's not much that's worth doing under the interstate except like selling heroin or something if you're into that kind of thing. And it doesn't go through historically white or affluent communities, really. You don't see an interstate running through the Garden District. And I thought about this a lot, and I thought, well, these people who sat in this room and made this horrible decision to, destroy particular communities on purpose because they could. These people had families, and they had children, grandchildren, ostensibly. And the first thing I thought was there ever any conversation in which anybody said, well, yeah, Grandpa was one of the guys who sat there and made this decision? And the second thing I thought was there ever any, if that conversation took place, was there ever any mercy for these people who did this horrible thing? And I have to say that somewhere there has to be, because if there can't be mercy for them and the horrible things they've done, then there can't be mercy for me and the horrible things I've done, said, and thought, which are legion. And so, again, this is a great intro for a happy song. I wrote this after reading that article. This is called Ashes to Earth. Oh, and I should, yeah, we'll just do that, and we'll do something else. Trains outdid horses in your grandfather's time. He married a bottle, they said, calling him vagrant and calling him swine. The world played the devil on the stage in his head. And you say it's your family, the dim light of your birth, thicker than water, like ashes to earth. You say it won't leave you, and you keep to your curse, but there is a road out of hell. Bridges and highways cut the poor town apart, like the sound of a slave owner's creed. And your councilman father, he stayed locked in his heart, pretending all those neighborhoods were only old streets. And you say it's your family, the dim light of your birth, thicker than water, like ashes to earth. You say it won't leave you, and you keep to your curse, that there is a road out of hell. There is a road out of hell. I've seen the light shining, I've seen the light shining, and I've seen the light shining, I've seen the light shining. Now you've got the laws, your pleasures repeat, and eyes like tide prodigals wander the field. Some old broken faith is your only shield, cut from the bones of the lamb you have slain. So come into the family by the light of his birth. Get washed in the water where heaven meets earth. He never will leave you, he has broken the curse. And there is a road out of hell. There is a road out of hell. Ooh. Thank you. I'm the editor of a local arts journal called Foundling House. And we're in our 5th year. Sorry, the kosher thing to do would have been to like turn my volume down while I detune, so you didn't all sit there and go, now I'm hearing that. But that's okay. We can just be moderately offensive, and it's okay. So I'm the editor of this arts journal, and we put out a lot of wonderful stuff by a lot of different writers. So I thought I would share, just to finish off tonight, I would share a poem with you, and then do a song that maybe you know, hopefully you know, and you can feel free to sing along. You can feel free to get up and dance if you want to do that, or no pressure. So this is called Letter to a Future Prophetess. Sleeping in a house I don't call home, I woke early and wandered out to a pond, as though a strange vibration in the earth had shaken me down from the folds of night, a half-dissonance, a voice of my kith. A foot-worn bridge led to a grassy islet, floating on a jade carpet of Beirut. Unripe blueberry bushes awaited the sun. A birch and cypress kept the south end, fair Titania and Oberon. An egret settled into a cottonwood, chuckled to itself, and I heard the lilted ghost of Yeats half singing the greening of Sligo from a wax cylinder, the echoes lighting on the watery sheen. My fingers twitched for a pin, a black needle, to hem in the scene, to fling words like netting until it suffocated under prose. But dawn-gilt Siri flamed the pale sky, and I listed a ship on wet grass. This sort of thing, this sort of place, will happen to you someday. While you're sitting still in Jubilee, it'll gust in, throw askew your doors, and you'll stick out your scuffed-up chin and take it, bearing the iron tonnage of restless glory. Because sometimes the poet's calling is to share a warmth, to kindle a turn of phrase and keep the salt-eyed scrounger from the drear. But sometimes she is called just to stand before the Lord and drink a glass of fire. Appreciate y'all listening. It's my last song. Seth Walker will be up here, and we'll melt your faces with amps and glory. Spent my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine. Made up my mind to make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Find a queen without a king. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never been born. Standing on a hill in the mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard, hard, hard as it seems. You guys sing that with me. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much.